In any real estate transaction, it is very important to get to know your client. So, some of the basics you need to know: full name, email and cell phone number, move-in date, how long does the tenant want to stay in the property, their budget, broker fee, what part of town is the property in, the layout of the property, how many people will be living in the property, will there be any pets, including what kind, and their weight, income, credit history, and then any other miscellaneous preferences that we'll touch upon in subsequent slides. And of course, if possible, it's always better to communicate over the phone rather than just exchanging emails and texts. So regarding income and credit history, please let me know if your income is more than 40 times the rent. For example, $2,000 per month rent, income needs to be at least $80,000 per year. Do you have a credit history of more than 2 years in the US? If you use a guarantor, please note the guarantor needs to sign the lease, submit required documents such as a W-2, employment letter, bank statement, and other financial information. Guarantor needs to show income more than 80 times the rent. For example, $2,000 per month rent requires a minimum yearly income of $160,000 from the guarantor. Some landlords do not accept a guarantor from another state. Please ask your landlord where he or she, some landlords do not accept a guarantor from another state. Please ask your guarantor where he or she has their permanent residence. If the applicant does not have enough income or credit history in the US, nor has a guarantor, a third-party guarantor is required. Client can get approval in advance. It is free for a quotation, but once you apply, there is a fee, most probably 1 month's rent, but in some cases, it can be higher. Examples of third-party guarantors indicated: insurant and the guarantors. Please check out their website. Not all landlords accept these third-party guarantors, and generally it takes 1 to 3 business days to get pre-approval. With regard to children, always find out the ages of the kids. If it's a walk-up building and the child is active, a ground floor unit might be a good choice to avoid future complaints from the downstairs tenants. Parents often choose where they live based on the quality of the school district. Also, washer and dryer might be an important amenity, and proximity to a park or a building which provides a child's playroom is a plus. Some additional preferences. So amenities such as doormat, laundry, gym, lounge, kids room, roof deck, layout and square footage of the apartment, the kitchen. Is it new construction or a pre-war building? Is there a view? What kind of storage is available? Is there parking available? What is the distance from the property to local public transportation, the tenant's work, and shopping? The safety of the area. And finally, ask if there are any additional preferences, such as sunlight or direction of the room. And always find out if they are interested in a condominium or a co-op, which costs extra for a lease package and also takes approximately 3 weeks to get approval, but then they will have more choices. Initial costs on signing the lease. The following full amounts are required. Please prepare in advance because you can only move in after everything is fully paid. Normally, it should be prepared by certified check or a bank check. There's an application fee that can be from $0 to $200 per applicant. There's a credit check fee, which is $20 per applicant. Lease package fee paid to the condominium or co-op range from $500 to $2,000, only if you select a condominium or co-op. The security deposit of 1 month's rent. The rent, so the first month is due before moving in. Brokerage fees can either be no fee, 1 month, or 15% of yearly rent. And then renter's insurance, which typically costs $150 to $300 per year. And while it's not required, we recommend that you have. Documentation required for an apartment lease, photo ID of all the people who will live in the apartment, and a copy of their passport and a visa page. A bank account balance certificate in English, including full name, account number, balance statement, employment letter in English, including full name, position, yearly salary, employment period. If the applicant is a student, a letter of admission from the school in English, including full name, starting date, and period clearly stated, copy of a most recent tax return. Additionally, what might be required could be a landlord letter, which is a letter from the current landlord of the applicant, including address, rent, and contract period clearly specified, reference letter, letters from friends, acquaintances, colleagues, including full name and the amount of time the person has known the applicant. And then when preparing for a showing, always determine availability, time, and date. Make sure you know how much time that your tenant is able to allocate to the showing, how many people will be coming. If you're showing multiple listings in a single day, recommend to your clients that they wear comfortable shoes, as there might be a lot of walking involved. Show them some listings first by email and then ask their opinion if possible, so you get an idea of what they like. Always confirm again one day before the appointment if it's in the afternoon, and confirm the following day. Send confirmation both by email and SMS or an invite through a calendar app like Google.